Hi, I'm Suzanne from tvmag.com. How are you?
Hi,
Good.
Suzanne.
Hi. Jump right in. Wendy, you've done so many great TV shows and movies. I first saw you, or remembered you at least, on Dream On HBO. That was a wonderful, funny show. Uh,
Yep.
this role here seems really great. Is this one of those where you read the script and just loved it right away?
I read it and I thought, why did you think of me? I don't know how to take that. No, and actually, Brad Gray, who is one of our executive producers, not Brad Gray, that's a different person.
Very different.
Gardner, sorry, Gardner, my dear friend Brad Gardner. I've known him since Hot in Cleveland. So he knows me, and he thought for some reason, oh no, she'd make a good Gus. I guess it was his idea. But this role is different from anything I've ever done, and they just let me run with her, and it was a blast.
That's
So
awesome.
much fun.
Genevieve May is from a small southern town, but fled to New York City, whereas you're from New York. How are
Yeah.
you able to relate to May, the former small town girl?
Well, I think as an actor, you kind of just like you find your way in by taking off the like specific words and labels that are on a thing and just thinking like, what parts of where I'm from am I not proud of, or what things about my family of origin drive me crazy, or whatever. I happen to be very proud of where I'm from and love my family, but everybody has that stuff in those triggers. So it doesn't,
Sure.
you don't have to specifically identify with the narrative as it is on the page. But then also, I'm a New Yorker, so I get it. I love New York, but also my family lives in New Orleans now, so it's not an unfamiliar terrain to me.
Okay,
Yeah, Marinette's a lot like New Orleans, except different.
yeah,
Except different in every possible way.
I just left a small town in Arkansas to come to New York, so this
Oh, wild
series is
welcome.
thank you. I'm from
Kind of
California
different.
originally, but not a southerner, but lived there a lot of times. So it's triggering watching this show. I'm like,
I
oh no.
bet.
So, yeah, Wendy, you said this is not like any role you've done, but you often play a woman who says a lot of mean or rude things, but very funny. You always have the best lines, and in this you do too. But you're a little more, your character's a little more humorless, would you say?
Um, well, I think she's very funny, but she's kind of cranky. She's very cranky. But she has a reason for being cranky.
That's
People have
true.
really marginalized her in the town, but I think for me, it's kind of trying to find the humanity in somebody who doesn't give you too much, at least initially, and trying to find that there's this kind of softer belly underneath the hard shell. What did you call me, a crab?
A crab.
Yeah, I'm like a
She's
crab.
a crab.
I'm a
She's
little like a
incredibly
crab.
tough, but the softness is just right there
Yeah,
beneath the
yeah. I mean,
surface.
I just can't show it or I can't articulate it, so I do it through food.
Right. Well, I've only seen the first three episodes, but it seems that Gus is damaged. Is that a fair assessment?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And there's a reason for that. And that will
Right.
become clear in the course of the series.
Okay, great. I was just watching a British show and they had the best uh, sh name for people who are grouchy. Stroppy. I think she's Stroppy.
Stroppy.
Streppy?
Stroppy.
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 Yeah,
That
that's a good
reminded
The
me of
one.
old
her.
strop.
Yeah, I am an old strop in this show.
So, have either of you worked with Leah Thompson before?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a movie together, oh God, I don't know, maybe 15, 18 years ago, called I was a 13-year-old dragon slayer.
Wait,
Okay.
what? That's what it was called?
Yeah, it
Oh
was
my
it was about
gosh.
I don't even remember exactly what it was about. It was an indie film and I think I was the principal of the high school, I think, or it
Oh,
might have been
that's
a
so
cop.
funny.
Hard to say.
I've never worked with Leah before, but I plan to never work without her again. She is delightful.
That's good. Good to know. And Wendy, was it difficult for you to get into the head of Gus, who has two daughters and isn't very nice to them?
Um, yeah, although it's kind of on the page, and the way that Annie Mabane and the writers developed this, I sort of did know the backstory. They let me know sort of how this all came to pass. The audience won't know this for a while, but there are reasons why I've been sort of marginalized and called the black sheep of the town. And but I have my own little support group and a few good men who come into my life and help me and are my friends. And slowly the ice queen starts to melt as the during the course of this series. But it was a lovely arc to play.
Genevieve, what did you like best about filming this?
What did I like best about it? Wendy Malick, and that's it. No, but sincerely, it was, and I'm really not just saying this because we're doing press for this show. It was the most I've ever felt connected to a group of my colleagues before. We spent time together offset every weekend. It's not one of those shows where we would retreat to our trailers on the lunch break. We would, spend time together in the green room and eat together and
Or hang out with the crew.
hang out with the crew. It was like the best crew. I
Yeah.
mean, truly, everyone involved in front of and behind the camera just made it like a total dream job, honestly.
That's nice. Well, the great thing about Hallmark is that the shows and movies tend to be very female centric and have these great, strong characters, which I love.
People will not be disappointed. This is no exception.
That's good. Just want to say, Genevieve, I was watching the show and going, where have I seen her before? And I realized that you were on one of my favorite shows that sadly lasted one season, Backstrom. Love
Oh
that.
my gosh, people never talk about that show, but absolutely that was a total and honestly the last time that I shot a show in Vancouver was with Rainn Wilson in Backstrom. That was my first lead on a TV show and it was oh my gosh, so wild. People who like that show really liked that show. It has a very niche cult kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
And it was how I met my current publicist, Jeff Chastain.
oh, that's nice. That's nice that it had that connection.
Whoa, shout out to
I was
Jeff.
just
That's how we
crushed.
actually met we met before that, but we met even.
Well, I was just crushed when it was canceled, but I hope this one has many, many years to come because I'm really enjoying it.
Us too.
Thank
Thank
you.
Have what's next. Thank you
Thanks.
so much.